Welcome to day 3. This is week 7. So, I wanted to go over some practical steps for starting over. I know that some of you, probably not all of you, but some of you, you might feel like, I don't know what to do. How do I go about doing this? And I know the reason why I even created this course in the first place is because of this particular reason here. Day 3 of week 7 is why I chose to do this course. I had many people ask me, how did I do what I do? How did I start over? What did I do? And I'm like, you know what? I can't tell the same. I can't tell different people the same thing over and over again. So I chose to put it in the course and then to help you with this. But I also have had this one particular person. Now, in her situation, it was more overwhelming even for me because her husband had committed suicide right when he tried to kill her. He shot at her, missed her. She took off running. And when she was running down the street, the police officer saw her and was able to help put her in the car. And then when they came up on him, of course, he took his own life. That was a big deal. It was on the news here in Houston and everything. And that's a big deal. The point that I'm making here is that even though it's been time that has passed with that situation, she still was having problems with starting over. And these are the part that I feel that if you take these steps here, it can help you to start over and regain your life and get yourself back on track and to help you keep yourself on track. So let's go ahead and get into the lesson. Starting over after leaving a narcissistic relationship can be both challenging and empowering. It requires a combination of practical steps and emotional healing to rebuild your life and create a healthier, happier future. Here's a detailed guide to help you navigate this situation. And this is how you can navigate the transition. First, you want to take practical steps by securing a safe environment. You got to have a safe environment. Where are you living at? Where are you traveling to? The location that you're going, the distance where you're going to, the path that you're taking, is it safe? So you definitely want to make sure that you find a safe place. If you haven't already, secure a safe living environment away from the narcissist. You cannot be anywhere close by. So this might involve staying with friends, family, or finding a new place to live, maybe in a new city or even a new state. Do not be afraid to relocate. It would be the best thing for you and your family, especially if you have children. So even if you don't have children, it would even be even better if you don't have kids because of the fact that you don't have to worry about being in contact with the narcissist at all. Now, let's say you don't move out and you still live in the same location, same resident where the narcissist used to live with you, used to reside with you. Please make sure you change your locks on every single door. Change your locks. You might even have to put some burglar bars on your window because they can break the window and still come in. So invest in security. You need cameras. You need some 24-hour monitoring on your location, such as ADP or someone like that. You definitely want to change your phone number if you don't have to talk to them anymore. And even if you do have to talk to them through your children, remember the app that you have. They don't need your actual phone number to talk to you. So remember the app. You also can create what's Google have Google phone number. You can, if you have Android. Now, as far as Apple, I'm pretty sure they have something like that as well, where you don't have to give them your real phone number. And I think every year that number changes, which is awesome with Google because when you no longer have to talk to them, you can always not worry about them harassing you, or you can give them the new Google number that you create. So you keep creating a new Google number. So that means you constantly changing that number. They notice that you're changing the number over and over again. They can never keep up with you, okay? Definitely do that. So this prevents any unwanted contacts, all right? Now let's talk about legal matters. Continue to consult with a lawyer to understand your rights. You also want to make sure you gain financial independence, and the way you do that is by opening up a new bank account with your name only, just you. You want to separate any finances that you have had with the narcissist, okay? And you want to monitor your credit. You want to make sure that you are making sure there's no unauthorized activities going on. So monitor your credit. Find a company that does credit monitoring so they can alert you when something happens. Because the narcissist, especially if you was married, they can still get things in your name even though you're divorced, okay? So definitely make sure you monitor your credit. Then you have, if you are legally separated or divorced, I just mentioned about divorce, what you want to do is consult with a family lawyer to begin the process of legal separation and divorce if you have not already divorced and you want to be divorced. Definitely do that. But if you are already legally separated and you are divorced, continue to consult with a family lawyer to find out what you can do next when it comes to your children and mediation and all that kind of things, okay? So ensure that you have the right representative representing you. And you definitely want to make sure they understand that you have been abused by the narcissist, so they can even go an extra step. They probably can go to a step where the narcissist won't even be able to continue to be in your present, where they can have, where if he have to see his kids, he can only see them by picking them up in a whole nother location where you're not even around. I'm telling you that. I already told you this once before. I'm telling you it again so you won't forget it, right? Don't forget your support system. Keep them around. Keep your trusted friends and family, as well as your support group and your therapist as well, okay? It's very, very crucial to have them because they can help you emotionally heal. They can also help you, maybe as far as your friends and your family members, they can help you with getting you, I would say, getting you established with finding a place to live. If you need to find a place to live, get with an apartment locator. If you want to find a new place to live, they find apartments for you where you don't have to go looking for an apartment yourself, and you don't pay the apartment locator. All you do is write them down as a referral, and the apartment that you move into will pay the apartment locator. I meant to mention that before. If you're looking to find an apartment and you can't, or even a house, get with a realtor or stuff like that to sell your house so you can get a new house. All those things. And also, you want to establish your routine and goal. This is how you establish your routine. What you want to do is create a daily routine that includes the time that you work, self-care, and relaxation. Those three things are very important. And you want to make sure your schedule is predictable for you, okay? Not for the narcissist to notice, but for you. And what that does, it creates a sense of control for yourself. When you got yourself on a schedule, you're controlling your own behavior. Just to let you know that. And then you want to set short-term and long-term goals. Identify short-term goals that can be achieved really quickly or relatively quickly, okay? And you want to identify long-term goals that requires more time and effort on your part. What this does, it helps you to maintain focus as well as motivation. So when you always have something that you can look forward to, it helps you to stay on track with your life. And let's see. Okay, before I go forward, I got this thought in my head I want to say. And kind of, well, for me, it helps me to know that I have to keep living and keep going and keep doing things I got to do and not get off track. Maybe this will help you. Remember that a person without a vision is going nowhere. So have a vision for yourself, all right? Have goals for yourself. That way you have something to look forward to and something to do every single day when you wake up. When I wake up, I have so much that I feel like I have to get done. And I'm not talking about being overwhelmed. I'm talking about, okay, well, I know today this is what I want to do and I'm going to get this done. Like right now, I'm on vacation from my current job, and my anniversary for me and my husband, our second year anniversary is coming up this Monday. And I'm like, wait a minute before I sit here and act like I ain't got nothing to do and go off into, bliss and everything. We're going to the Virgin Islands and all that. Before I go off and do that, let me do this videos and get this here done, because I'm trying to make sure I have everything done for you guys. At least I'm still making progress, okay? So that's what I'm saying about the short term and the long term goals and stuff like that. Make sure you stay on track. Even if you got a whole lot of things that's going on in your life that has absolutely nothing to do with your goals, still do something to keep yourself pushing towards the mark, okay? And also take breaks. That's why I'm going out here to enjoy myself. It's time to take a break. Once I've done this video, I'm out here. I'm going to enjoy myself for a week. We're going to be out here on the beach sipping on some whatever we choose to drink and just eat up the food. And we're going to be, oh man, it's going to be awesome. So yes, you have to enjoy. You have to know. We're going to be at Margaritaville. Oh, we're going to enjoy ourselves too. Blah, 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 blah. I'm so silly. Anyways, I'm just enjoying that. I know I'm looking forward to them. I'm already packing, so I'm definitely ready for this. So also, what you want to do is rebuild, and how you rebuild and identify your self-esteem. You want to rebuild your self-esteem, because I'm pretty sure you're not feeling that great. I'm pretty sure you're feeling kind of low, and you're not like I'm feeling right now. I'm just a little all over the place, right? Well, it's because I'm happy. And you're not here yet, but you will be. I wasn't always like this. It was a time when I was with my husband before we got married, and I had just divorced my ex-husband. I was feeling like, what am I doing? I was questioning myself. What I'm doing? Why is I'm here with him? I should not be in another relationship. I wasn't in a relationship yet. We were still just friends. And I was like, but I still felt like I shouldn't be doing this. I should be just focusing all on myself. And he was so patient with me, and he understood, but he was just one of those type of people that knew how to make me laugh, knew how to make me feel good. And it wasn't forced and nothing like that. But I wasn't feeling pretty. That was my biggest thing. I wasn't feeling pretty. I wasn't feeling like my self-esteem wasn't high. I didn't have low self-esteem to where I feel like defeated, but I did have I was self-conscious in a lot of things, and he knew that. But I felt like, because I knew him and he knew me, I could still relax and be myself with him, because he allowed me to open up to him and be vulnerable with him, I would say. But at the same time, I just knew that I needed to build my self-esteem back. So I started working out again. I started doing things I love to do, as far as writing again. I started wearing the clothes that I like wearing. Not what my ex-husband wanted me to wear. So my ex-husband always wanted me to wear dresses and stuff. He just had this thing like girls should wear dresses, not pants and shorts and tight clothes. So I started wearing, I remember the first time I wore a dress that showed cleavage with my current husband. We went on a date. This before we got married. We went on a date. And I had this spaghetti strap like dress on. It was gold. And yes, my cleavage was showing and everything. And the way my husband now, the way he looked at me, And he was like, wow, you're beautiful. And he's like, oh my goodness, and I was like, is this okay? Here I am trying to reassure that what I'm wearing is fine. And I'm like, is this okay? And he's like, girl, what would you want? Don't you got the body for it. Wear what you want. And he's like, matter of fact, we finna take some pictures. And then we took pictures together. And he was posing. We taking all these pictures. Putting the cameras in places. And we up there posing together and all that. And I posted those pictures on my Facebook. And remember I said I blocked the narcissist, right? Well, I got a message from him in the comment of my picture talking about ain't no real man want his woman showing all these cleavage and stuff and dressed like that. I knew automatically it was him, even though he had created another page. He had created another Facebook page. And I say, oh, wow, he's going to this extent to make a whole other page just so he can spy on me. And that's what they do, And yes, I could have put that picture on private, and I thought about that. Why didn't I put that on private? I really wanted him to see that I was moving on. But everyone can't handle that. Just let you know, don't antagonize the narcissist because you can make them angry and you can make them latch out at you. But at that particular time, for me, we had already divorced, and I was feeling like I'm getting my life back. I'm going to do what I want to do. So just letting you know, definitely you're going to have to rebuild your identity and your self-esteem. And the way you do that is by self-discovery. You're going to spend time rediscovering who you are outside of that narcissistic relationship that you was in. You're going to explore your interests, your values, and your passions. You're going to also have positive affirmation. Remember the book, Positive Affirmation. Use positive affirmation to reinforce your self-worth and your confidence. Challenge negative self-thought and negative self-talk. Don't say nothing negative about yourself, all right? Refrain from that. Replace it with encouraging statements, okay? Say something nice about yourself. Think nice thoughts about yourself. And you're also going to develop new habits. You're going to try new habits, try new things that you have never done before. You're going to revisit the old you with the things. And what I mean by the old you, the things that you used to enjoy before you got into the relationship with that narcissist. Revisit those things. Like, I used to love dancing. Before I got with the narcissist, I just loved dancing. That was one of the things I enjoyed doing. So I started revisiting that by dancing around the house. I would put on music and I would just get to enjoying the music, bouncing and stuff like that. And before you know it, I'm like all into it and like, yes, this is me. This is how I always used to get down, That's what I'm talking about. So you want to do those things. So revisit your old passions as well. So this, what it does, it helps you to start loving yourself. It also helps you to boost your self-esteem, and it boosts your mood and you're confident about yourself. All right. Let's talk about improving physical and mental health. The way you do that is by, you want to definitely exercise. I keep talking about exercising because it's so important. It's good for your health. It's good for your organs and your body, your heart. It's good for your physical being. It's also good for your physical, your look. It help you get toned and tight and all right in the right places, okay? So you definitely want to start exercising. So incorporating regular exercise activities into your routine, it releases endorphins. It makes you feel good. What it does is just give you this feeling like, whoo, I feel great. I feel like I can go and run a marathon, even though you're probably not. But just like it just gives you that extra feel good feeling. It just sends signals to your brain to tell you to be happy, all right? And also, you want to focus on eating healthy. Focus on a balanced diet to nurture your body. Eat more fruits, vegetables, nuts, anything that you are not allergic to. If you're allergic to those things, that's different. But eat what you are not allergic to and what's give you energy. All right. So you want to also consult with a doctor, a nutrition, or someone who can help you with that if you feel like you don't know what to do. Also, Google some of those things that if you have an allergy or whatever, please stay away from it. But find something that helps you to boost your energy. All right. And of course, don't forget your mindfulness and your meditation exercises as well. Now let's talk about enhancing your professional life. So, you might have a job already and you hate your job, or you might not have a job at all. Let's talk about career goals, all right? Evaluate your career goals and consider if any changes are needed. You might say, I love my job, I love what I do. Well, continue to do what you're doing, all right? But if you say, I can't stand this job, I hate it, I want something else, or you might be like, I need another job, I need a job, period, or whatever, you don't have a job. So basically, you might want to include seeking new job activities. I already talked about the Texas Workforce Commission if you live in Texas, or even the Workforce Commission where you are from, what state you're in. Go and try to see what they can do as far as helping you to find a better job, all right? Or even consider going back to school if you can afford it. There's financial aid, there's grants out there, so look online for some type of scholarships, grants. You might have to write an essay to get some of those scholarships or whatever, so look into that as well. Take the time and dig deep. They're there, definitely, they are there. Talk to the any type of workforce commission, talk to one of the representatives and ask them about grants, ask them about any type of scholarships or anything like that as well. And then you might want to develop a new skill. You might been wanting to learn how to do something that you've never done before. Okay, take some courses, do some workshops. Get your certificate in those areas, all right? So don't hesitate to do a trade. Don't hesitate to learn a trade, all right? So these are things that can help you to advance in your life and to continue to move forward, all right? Then once you got your money and you got money coming in, you're trying to figure out what to do with your money, you got to learn how to budget. You're going to have to know how to pay your bills, what bills are important, what bills are not important that you shouldn't have, because don't get unnecessary things that you just don't need. But definitely learn to reward yourself too. All work and no play make a dull person, so reward yourself in the process of your work, all right? Buy something nice for yourself. Get yourself something nice to wear. Take yourself out to eat. Go out with your friends and have what you call happy hour or something. Do something for yourself as well, all right? But budgeting is very important. So when you create a budget to manage your finance effectively, you want to track your income and expenses to ensure that your finances are stable. It also helps you build your credit when you are paying your bills on time as well, and keep you from being broke and spending all your freaking money. You also want to establish an emergency fund, okay? So you want to build an emergency fund that covers unexpected expenses. So you can put away maybe 10%, 20%, or whatever of your paycheck into a savings account away from your checking account. And you can have that automatically come out of your check, just to let you know. And leave it there. Don't mess with it. That is for when you actually need the money for a situation that was unexpected to you. All right? That helps you to not have to be overwhelmed with coming up with money that you just don't have, or that you have spent and you wish you didn't spend it. Then you also want to continue to pay off any debt that you might have. So address your debt and pay them off. Maybe, I'm going to tell you something that you can do, and I have done this for myself. Credit Karma. Remember when I told you that I had great credit before I met my ex-husband, the narcissist? And when I got with him, my credit went bad. Well, what I did was after the divorce, I went to Credit Karma and I disputed every single thing that was on that credit report. And they took off a lot of the things that was there. Like automatically they took it off, and it helped my credit score to go back up. So try Credit Karma, and it's an app. It's called creditkarma.com. You can also, you don't have to download the app. You can put in your information and of course answer questions, making sure that it's really you, and then go through all your credit reports and then dispute everything. Even if you know it's yours and you like, I know I signed up for that, doesn't matter. Dispute that too, because you'd be amazed with what actually comes off your credit. Okay, so dispute everything, and then after you have disputed things, then go in, and those that are still left on your credit report, contact them and see if you can just pay off what you can. And if you can't pay it off and it looks like it's something that's about to come off your credit, let's say you got 2 more years with this on your credit and it's going to come off, don't worry about it. Wait the 2 years out and let it fall off. If it doesn't fall off automatically, then once the 2 years is up and you got 7 years and that thing been on that 7 years and it's still there after the 2 years and it's 7 years have passed and that credit report is still there, dispute it again, okay? And then they have to take it off because now it's too old and they have to take it off. Even though they're going to try to sell it to someone else, no, dispute it. And of course, you have to continue to establish your boundaries, okay? Continue to do that while you are learning to take steps to move forward. Do not stop that. That is going to be ongoing for the rest of your life, to establish boundaries with the narcissist as well as with anyone who enters into your life that has not been in your life, and even with the people that you are friends with, family members. Like I said, you might have a friend that keep talking about the narcissist and you don't want to hear anything about that person. Please let them know, hey, this is enough. I don't want to hear no more. Those are boundaries that you want to make sure that you establish with everybody in your life, okay? So we're going to talk about practicing compassion, self-compassion, and patience. Please be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. You are learning to start over and rebuild your life. It's going to take time. It's not going to be an easy process. It's going to be hard sometimes too. You're going to find yourself having setbacks. It's okay. So be kind to yourself, recognizing that healing takes time and that it is normal to experience setback, all right? It's going to be okay. So have some compassion for yourself moving forward throughout this process. Celebrate your progress. Every little milestone that you have overcome and you have accomplished, celebrate it, okay? Even if it's just to treat yourself with something that you like to eat that you have put away for a while because you dieting or whatever. That's why it's good to have a cheat day, okay? So celebrate. What I mean by the cheat day when you diet, it's okay to eat some sweets sometimes. The sweet ain't gonna blow you up as long as you don't eat a whole lot of it in one time or too much of it. So those are things that you want to do. Emotional healing and growth. Let's talk about that. Because once you have gotten your life together, you got yourself on track, as far as your education, your new job, your new place to live, you're working out, you're going out with your friends, you're doing all this good stuff. What about your mind? What about your emotions? Well, let's talk about it. You want to process emotions because it's very important. Acknowledge your feelings. We talked about that. You will be feeling angry sometimes. You will go through that emotion. Let me tell you one thing about me. I remember, now this is not my narcissist husband. This is my very first husband when we divorced. I think it had been maybe 2 or 3 years. No, it was 3 years that it had passed. And I was out at the club with my friends, and my best friend was in the ladies' room. And I was in the mirror, looking at myself, doing what I do, get myself all jazzed up and make sure my lipstick is right, before I step back out there. And I remember talking to her, And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm angry right now. And she was like, what? What for? I said, I'm mad at my first husband. You know, I was mad at him. I said, I'm mad at him. You know, this shouldn't even be happening right now. I shouldn't be out here hoping to find somebody new and dating all over again and all this. I hate this. You know, I was feeling those feelings. You know. And she was talking to me, and she was like, well, you know, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And of course, she went on about, you know, some things and all that. But acknowledge your feelings, okay? You will have some setbacks as far as your emotions. You're going to feel a certain way. And it's going to be up and down. I think I felt that way because I was drinking. And one thing about alcohol is a suppressant. Whatever's inside of you, the alcohol brings it out of you. So I always, and I tell one of my aunts this. I say, a drunk man speaks no tells. He's going to speak a sober mind. So if they tell me something while they're drunk, that's exactly how they really feel. And I don't care what they say when they sober up. The truth came out when they was actually intoxicated. And that's how I'm going to take it. So I was feeling that kind of way, and I was hiding it. I had never expressed that to her. So she knew I was really feeling that way at that time. And of course, you want to continue to journal how you feel. It helps you to gain insight on your healing journey. How far have I came? Have I really overcome some things? Have I overcame that pain? Or am I still living in that pain? Okay, it helps you with that. Building new relationships is crucial because you cannot sit here and fool yourself and kid yourself. Like, I'm never getting another relationship ever again. I'm done with relationship. I'm done with men. I'm done with women. I'm done. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you want to heal, you're not. Because if you choose to be completely 100% done with them, it's because you choose to heal past the pain. And that would be something that you would be using over and over again. For example, my mother. The last relationship she have had, it's been 15 years. That guy, yes, he hurt her and everything. And after that, she went on to be celibate. She decided she didn't want to have sex no more. And she was never getting in a relationship with another guy to keep from having sex again. From this day, from that time to this time, every time that she talks about relationship, it's always in a negative term. It's nothing positive that comes out of her mouth when it's talking about a relationship between a man and a woman. It's constantly negative, 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 and I don't even want to hear it because I'm like, look, I don't want to end up alone. Like, and I'm sorry because here she is, 65 years old, and she's afraid to live by herself. So she invites people to come live with her. And some of these people are random people that she don't really know. She knows them through her friends who say, hey, I got a friend who needs a place to stay. Is it all right that he or she rents out a bedroom that you have? And she have a 3-bedroom house. And she's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, why are you allowing these random people just show up at your house and then they treat your house like crap and break things and, you know, and then leave you with these expensive bills and then they don't want to pay no rent while they're here. And if they do pay rent, they demanding. Those are the things that I have learned about her and her situation of hating relationships, because I feel like if she would have healed from those relationships, from that particular one especially, then she would have been able to have found someone by now. It's been 15 years. And hopefully she would have been able to find someone who was just right for her. And I look at that and I say, I don't want that life for myself. So I want to heal from whatever trauma and pain that I have dealt with in my past, so I will be right for the next person. And I did that, and now I'm with my husband now, and we are best friends. We was best friends before we got together. And not only that, we listen to each other. We have so much fun together. We joke around with each other. We always plan. Oh man, the two of us, man, you would think we was two kids all the time. And our son, he comes in the room and he joins in the fun. He jumps in the bed and join on in. It'd be funny, you know, but that's what it is. So I'm telling you, you have to definitely heal. So you want to have healthy connections. You want to focus on building relationships that are based on mutual respect. You respect them and they respect you. Also, trust and support. Surround yourself with positive influence people, people who influence you in a positive way. All right? You want to avoid rushing. Do not rush into a relationship. Take your time before entering into a new romantic relationship. Ensure you are healed significantly and are ready to set healthy boundaries. If you're afraid to tell a person how you feel, you don't need to be with that person. If you're afraid to express yourself, you don't need to be with that person. If you're afraid to tell this person this is a line that you just cannot cross with me, you cannot be with that person because you are setting the tone for that relationship, and you're setting the tone to where they will start telling you how you should be all over again, and you don't want that. All right, so definitely be ready to set your own ground rules. Don't go into a relationship trying to be controlling, because now you become the narcissist and you don't want that either. All right, reflect and learn. This is very important. Reflect on the past, reflect on a relationship, and what you've learned from it. What did you learn from the narcissistic relationship you was in? What have it taught you? Okay? This can help you recognize pattern and make better decisions and better choices for your future. You want personal growth from that learning experience. That's what you actually want to reflect on. Have you really learned anything? Have you grown from that? So you definitely want to make sure you do that as well. So engage in activities that promotes personal growth, such as reading self-help books, attending workshops, and or your life coach me. So you want to sign up for MG coaching, okay? And of course, you want to embrace new beginnings. New beginnings is where you are right now. So you want to be open to opportunities. Be open. Don't shut it out. Don't shut out new experiences, okay? So you definitely want to start over by taking chances on rejuvenating yourself and reinventing yourself, all right? Get a new haircut that is just right for you, that shows that you have changed, all right? You might not want to get a haircut. You want to change the hair color. Change your hair color. Go bold. Do red. Red turn heads. Whoa, look at her. Blonde have more fun. Ooh, wait, look at that. You know, don't go dark, because darkness make it look like you're depressed. I'm just saying, if you're already blonde, go red. If you're already red, go blonde. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're brunette or dark color, lighten it up. Do some highlights or something like that. Do something different that challenge your appearance, but it also challenges your feeling about yourself. So positive outlooks is what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the positive side of who you are, not the negative side, because you are changing the negative into a positive. Embrace the freedom and the potential that you have for more happiness and a more healthy future, all right? So starting over after a narcissistic relationship is challenging but empowering. It's an empowering journey for you, all right? By taking practical steps to secure your safety, that's important, and that's the first thing you want to make sure you do. Rebuild your life and prioritize your well-being. You can create a new beginning filled with growth and positivity. Remember, healing takes time. It's a process, all right? It is important to have patience and compassion with yourself. Be very compassionate with yourself to navigate through this path that you're going through. This is a journey for you. Remember, the journey is going to be trying, but it's also going to be empowering, all right? So celebrate your small steps so that way you can look back and you can see a big step, all right? get you some professional help. Do not forget that we are here for you. Life coaching is here for you. Imaging coaching is here for you. If you need a therapist, get you a therapist. But continue your growth and learning more about who you are. That does end today's session. Tomorrow, oh, you know what? Before we even go further, what I want to say, what I want to teach you is about mindfulness and stress reduction techniques. You're going to choose one of these to do every day. Just one. But if you want to do all of them, go ahead and do all of them. But the next video, which would be your mindfulness techniques and also self-care. We're going to talk about self-care. That is when I want you to start practicing self-care as well. These are exercises that can help you continue your next steps on building your future. Okay?